The scientific advancements in the 20th century uh, didn't just stay in the theoretical; it also went into the very much more practical stuff. Um, so after World War II, there was a population explosion. People got home from the war and were interested in having some babies. Around the same time frame, we see the eradication of smallpox, one of the world's most deadly diseases. Uh, New technology in sanitation. We're going to clean surgical instruments and understand what we're doing with that. Decrease malaria, cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, plague. Those things still exist today, but are on the margins, and we have ways of dealing with those things. Uh, Innovations like polio vaccine, antibiotics, being able to open somebody up and take their heart out and put a different one in them, an artificial heart or organ transplants. Pretty amazing things we can do. But economists are always going to see that as a scary thing, the dismal science. And the economists project world food shortages by the 70s. These neo-Malthusian ideas of what's going to happen here. So enter the Green Revolution, so called because it's not really very green. Um, and what we're going to do is we're going to use technology and science to address these problems. Genetically modified crops, chemical fertilizers, uh, major increase in productivity. The amount of land that can be under cultivation is going to increase, as well as what we're going to get out of that land. The yield per acre is going to increase dramatically. But there's a huge but on this one. There's huge profits for these multinational corporations, and some see this as the corporations like Monsanto trying to squeeze out as much money out of these farmers as possible. We have the IMF involvement, saying if we're going to help you, you're going to be required to adapt some of this technology. India is a major example of that. Pollution in the waterways. What is all the runoff of these chemical fertilizers doing? A decline in crop diversity. We're seeing a huge decrease in the biodiversity in large swaths of area. You don't no longer going to see the farm that's growing multiple crops to eat and has the pigs and the chickens. That ideal yeoman farmer idea is kind of gone. So you're going to think now, and what I want you to write on your paper is, was this a good thing? Is the Green Revolution a net benefit to humanity or not? A huge increase in agricultural productivity. A lot of people were fed by this and continue to be fed by this, but at what cost? And is it worth the costs?